Hi everyone, it's Carol, One Happy Crafty Chick, and this is another guest design team project for the greeting farm. Yay! So instead of making a card this time, I also wanted to do something a little different. So I'm going to use this greeting farm stamp set called Dashing, which is in the shop now if you want to go check that out. It has really cute deer and some presents, some stars, and some really adorable sentiments. And I'm going to make my own DIY wrapping paper. So I'm just showing you that you need some craft wrapping paper. I've got my tape, I've got a box, I've got some Memento black ink, tuxedo black ink, and I've got a gift to go inside my gift box. And so I'm just kind of showing you that the gift goes inside the box. I am recycling a box. The present is for my best friend. She does not care if I'm going to recycle a box or not. So I still have some tracking on there from an old project, but she is not going to care about that, I promise you. So I'm just going to roughly measure the paper that I need by putting the box down. And if anyone follows my channel regularly, you will know I am not one to measure anything, and so I just do everything sort of rough and call it good. So I'm going to take a piece of paper here, trim it up, kind of get an idea of how big of a piece I need so that I can start stamping, and then we'll be all set. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it here, giving myself enough room, and moving the box out of the way, and then we're going to lay down this paper. This paper does end up being a test run because I messed up on it a few times. So later in the video, you'll see me lift up a piece of paper and there will be another piece of paper under it. It's because I messed up and I wasn't happy with how it was going. But you know, you just need to practice. Sometimes you need to press a little bit harder. My issue recently is that I need to refill my Memento ink. It's just getting a little bit dry, so it's not stamping as clearly. You see how I'm trying to go back over it again. And I do show the mistakes in my videos. A lot of people edit those out. I don't, because you know, everyone makes mistakes. It's just not that big of a deal. So you see how it's just not stamping as clear as I'd like, and that's why I end up using another sheet over the top, but it was no big deal. And that was just due to my ink. So, as you can see, I use some washi tape to hold down my paper just to kind of keep it in place so that it's not moving around. I pull out a little stack of Copic markers and I just start going to town coloring it. So now I'm removing the washi. The reason why I use washi is because if I used regular tape, whoop, there's my mistake paper underneath. If I used my regular tape, the paper would tear. So I've got the package all wrapped up, and now I'm adding stickles. I didn't add stickles to all of the pieces everywhere because it'd be kind of a waste by the time you add the ribbon, the bows, the embellishments, and tag and everything. A lot of that just wouldn't even show. So I just stickled it up randomly. And now I'm making a little tag, inking up the edges, and I'm going to use that same dashing deer on my tag. And messed up. Again, I need to get a new ink. I'll have to do that soon because it's starting to become a problem. So just make another tag, no big deal, ink those edges again. And then we're going to color him up. And there are my markers. I'm just going to show a little bit of coloring there. Just going to do some real basic coloring, not a lot of shading or anything like that. Color his nose red because he's Rudolph. Cute, cute, cute. Now this stamp set does come with a matching die set if you'd like to pick that up as well. Makes it a little bit easier to cut out the antlers and such if you are going to be popping him up onto something instead of just stamping him directly onto the paper. So I have my tag there. And I'm going to take a gel pen in white, add a little accent to his eyes, add a few little spots to his fur, just to give him a little more interest, a little more dimension. Super cute. Now what? Gonna take some of that twine there. And then we're going to tie him onto the gift. I end up tying him on backwards. I have to do some adjustment, but it all works out in the end. As I said, I always film my mistakes too, because I think it's important. And people a lot of times think that when you're doing a video and everything just turns out perfectly, well, that's just not reality. You know, even the big designers make mistakes and, you know, they don't always show them, but I feel like it's important so that people of all different skill levels can say, okay, well, she messed up too. No big deal. I'm just going to try again as well. So I'm just kind of struggling because I did it wrong. And then I also got some glitter because I tied it too soon. I didn't wait for the stickles to finish drying because I just wanted to finish the project. So then I got some stickles on the tag, and so then I ended up adding some sequins onto the tags. I didn't want to make yet another tag. So I'm struggling with it there, but I am going to end up waiting and then, you know, trying it again later. Try again. So you see I took the tag off there because it was just not working for me. And I'm going to cut a little fan tail there. What are those called? You know, I'm just making the edges cuter because that burlap trim is kind of rough, you know. And I didn't want it to look like that. I wanted it to be just a little cleaner. So I'm cutting a little arrow tip in there, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So that's going to be cuter. And then I'm also going to, I don't know if I'm going to put the tag on right now. I can't tell by the photo if that is dry or not. Who knows? Just kind of curling that up a little bit, giving it some dimension, pulling off the strings. And then we're going to move on. Yep, I'm going to retie that. Try again. Put that tag on there, and then I don't know if you guys would even notice or not, but on the bottom there I have just a little bit of red, little smudge from the stickles, and so that's what I'm going to cover up with the sequins. Just going to tie that there. Give that a trim probably. Just making a cute little bow on top of the bow. Okay, and oh, we're going to add that poinsettia. And I just glue it right down onto the burlap. I don't even care. I just wanted it to stay there, and I wasn't going to bother with tying it on. So I just stuck some glossy accents onto the back of that flower. I'm almost out of glossy accents. Need to pick some of that up. I think I struggle a little bit getting the rest out because it's so low. But yeah, I'm just going to... There's nothing really to tie it on with, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick it on the back of the petal, and then once it dries, it won't show. And then, as I said, my friend is getting this gift, so she will just probably, you know, toss that poinsettia aside anyway, so I had to cut the tip of the glossy accents off because it was so low and it was kind of dried, so that's what I'm doing a little bit off camera there, is just struggling trying to get the glossy accents out. But isn't that cute? It would be so easy to make your own gift wrap, and you could use that with any greeting farm image any time of the year. So go ahead and give that a try. It takes a little bit of time, but it's very easy. Anyone can do it. All right, so I'm sticking that down, and that glossy accents will dry in a bit. And I want to add those sequins to the little spot that I messed up there on the bottom left-hand corner, just using my Tombow Mono Multi Glue. I'm just going to dab little dots all around the tag, and then I'm grabbing some red sequins. And I'm going to put them in my owl right there so they're easier to grab. Then I'm just going to dot them right on top of the glue, and I'll squish them down in a moment. No worries, they're not going to be all crazy like that. They will be flat. Just trying to get them down first. It just adds a little more fun to the tag. Adds a little bit more color because I want to bring out that red a little bit. I've got glue all over my fingers at this point, so I'm trying to get it off and set that down. Just give them a little pat. Make them nice and flat. There we go. I appreciate you guys watching these process videos that I did for the greeting farm. I hope that you enjoyed them. Please check out thegreetingfarm.com and give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I'll talk to everyone soon. Bye, and thanks for watching.